Namaste. You can manifest an altogether new reality in 7 days. Yes, in altogether 7 days, you can quantum shift. And that begins, to be able to do that, it begins by the very understanding how reality actually works. So, hello, my name is Arunima, and today we are going to talk about quantum shifting and changing our reality or manifesting a new reality. So, how can you quantum shift? Okay, completely transform your life from where it is right now and change into a desired reality. So let us understand this idea by understanding very simple principles in quantum physics. And let me tell you in the very beginning, if you stay till the stay with me till the end, I'm going to reveal to you about my 7 day reality shift series very soon. And anyway, so let's dive in. If you really like the information that I provide here on this channel or this particular video, please hit the like button and also subscribe to my channel. Do share it with people who need this kind of content. Okay, so first let's clarify. When I say shift your reality, I mean changing how, first of all, your inner world works. Okay. Your beliefs, your patterns, your energy. And why are we talking about these things? Because these are the things that shift or change your outer reality. And then you will ask, Arunima, in 7 days, can we shift our entire reality? Yes, you can, shift your entire reality in 7 days because it all depends on what you feel inside and you start seeing the shift in the outside. Yes, the outer world begins to reflect a new reality. There's something like mirror principle. I think a number of my mentees have asked for it. I'll bring that video as well in a few weeks. But presently, let's stick to this one. Many of us feel stuck in the same job, same relationships, same cycles, patterns, in all areas of our life. But what if we could move into a different version of our lives? Okay. Here's what quantum physics gives us, a metaphor and, possibly more than a metaphor. That's exactly the point. So, in the quantum world, things behave very differently than we expect. So, what is quantum world? We're talking about quantum. Some people may understand quantum as something which is very small. I'm talking about the science of quantum physics. What is the science of quantum physics? Okay. So, I'm talking about subatomic particles, such as electrons. I'm sure everyone has studied that in their school time. Okay. So, they don't behave like solid particles as we think of it. Like, let's imagine this is my phone, this is solid to me. If you listen to Dr. Chopra, Dr. Deepak Chopra, you'll be able to understand that this is a world of illusion. But that content you can go on to later once you begin by shifting your life bit by bit and listen to a video which you can really understand. Because I have spent, frankly, a number of years in understanding quantum physics to be able to shift my own reality first. Okay. So these electrons, when they were observed by the scientists, okay, they don't act like, solid particles. They act like waves. And here's the key. In the famous double slit experiment, that was called the double slit experiment, when these particles, were not observed, they behaved like waves and, create interference patterns. But when observed or measured, when they were observed and measured, they collapsed into particles and behaved differently. What I'm trying to say is these electrons, when they were looked through the microscope, they were found in many different places, the same particles, okay? And they were not behaving like particles, they were behaving like waves. Now, this is something that science found out very late, and Geeta had already talked about it much earlier, okay? And this is something which also is talked about in Buddhism because Buddhism, frankly, began with Hinduism itself. To be the drishta or the sakshi. Now, what does sakshi mean, or what does drishta mean? To be an observer. We feel life is happening to us, but life is not happening to us. Life is happening for us. The thoughts that come to us are thoughts which are coming, which we are not creating. Because we need to understand who are we. And I'll not get into that presently, but I just want you to understand the entire idea of meditation, spirituality gets you to understand who you are. And you are the creator. if you observe the negative patterns more, you will hold on to the negative patterns more, right? If you observe the positive patterns more, you will hold on to the positive patterns more. In other words, the act of observation changes the outcome. Okay, so the device, the detector, the observer, they influence what comes into being. Okay, so what does that mean for us? It means that reality might not be entirely separate, from us, our attention, our observation. And in that case, our inner state really, really matters. If a particle behaves differently when observed, then what we observe, believe, and focus on might shift what we show up in our life. Exactly the point which brings us to we can change our lives. And please hear this out. If you need 2 times, 3 times, 10 times, we can change our lives by shifting our attention. And I would again repeat, if you really find this informative, if you think the content of this channel is important and it might really help you change your life, or it might really help someone else change their life, please do hit the like button, because that really gives me more encouragement to make more videos and to be able to understandable by people to help them change their reality. Do subscribe to the channel and also share the video with others, and it will help others also get the right kind of information in the simplest of words. Okay, so how do we apply this now? Another question that comes here is, now you understood that the pattern, the atoms behave like that, and the patterns and everything are here because we are observing negativity, okay, or observing positivity, how people are shifting their lives or how are they continuing that life. So why your life is what it is right now? Your life is what it is right now because it is reflecting your inner reality. What you can see in your outer reality, you can pause here and look around in your house. Think of your relationships, think of your money pattern, your karma pattern, everything, your emotions, and you can understand that this was your focus. Yes, this was your focus, and that is why it's existing in your world today. How about you shift your focus and you shift your reality? But then you'll ask, Arunima, it sounds very easy, but how is it done? Okay, so we are coming to that. Okay, so let's bring it home. Your life right now, your habits, your outcomes, all these things are a reflection of your internal state, as we already talked about. Your thoughts, your focus, your beliefs, your emotional energy. If you're stuck playing small, feeling like life is happening to you, it may be because your internal observer is locked into old patterns, which may come not from just this life. It may come from your parents also in this lifetime. It may come from the social conditioning, the place, the community where you were born, the school where you were educated, the college, people around you, how they treated you, or even past lives. And that's why I've been, through, all these paths to understand how can we shift our reality. So, um, how you observe yourself and the world. So you begin, the idea is that quantum metaphor suggests that when you change how you observe things around you, yourself in the first place, and the world around you, you begin to collapse a new possibility into place. For those people who see zeros as angel numbers, you are being called upon by the universe and you're being told that this is the point of time. Sometimes you see 10, 10. Sometimes you also see series of nines. These angel numbers are kind of invitations from the universe to you that, oh, you are just on the point. You need to do a little more to be on the other side. Okay, so much so that, so much of what we call reality is simply the accumulated result of thousands of tiny observations and choices we made unconsciously. Unconsciously, because we were just acting like robots. We were not acting with awareness because we were just behaving in the same manner and we were making the same choices. Now, doing all those things, how do you expect a different reality? And what if you made them consciously? What if you shifted your inner focus consciously? How do we do it consciously? And here comes the thing that I really wanted to talk about: gratitude, your attention, your intention, and therefore set into motion a new reality. So, there is where my practice comes in. Gratitude. Gratitude is a daily choice. Let me tell you that. And it's a conscious observation of what is already good. Now, If I ask you to make a list of, now today is whatever date it is when you're watching this video, just go back to 20 days ago and list down the things that you bought for yourself. Go back to 2 months ago and list down the things, whatever you bought. Go back to 2 years ago, go back to 20 years ago, go back ever since childhood. Did you study in a school? Or, whatever good things, I'm sure some good things happened in your life. How did they happen? You say, I don't have money. You say there's scarcity. You say people don't love me. But if you look around, you'll find out you do have good things. And how do you begin to look at these things and how do you tap into that particular state from where you can shift your reality? And at this point of time, again, I ask you to stay with me because I'm going to, give you a series of 7 days, reality shifting very, very soon. So stay till the end to find out about it. Okay. So when you feel grateful, you shift your inner observer and you collapse a different wave of possibility. So here, maybe I'll make another video to explain this map of consciousness. Dr. Hawkins, back in the 1960s, he was one of the scientists. Okay, so he kind of created a scientific machine to be able to understand, as per your emotions, what is your state, and consequently, what kind of a life are you living? And he found there's a table, you can go and Google search right now, Map of Consciousness by Dr. Hawkins, and look at images. You'll find shame towards the end. Shame is the worst feeling anyone can have. And in India, we give shame to women. Sharm aurat ka gehna hota hai. This is a tool of patriarchy to keep women low as shame. 20 Hz. Highest frequency is obviously enlightenment. Love is at 700 frequencies. No wonder we have not appreciated love. And, when people have tried to act out of love, they have been killed. They have been, they have suffered a lot. Lord Krishna came down to talk about that. So those things later. But the idea that your emotions take you to heights, your emotions create or manifest your reality. How do you feel really matters. Whether you are earning 1 crore rupees per month, if you're not feeling good at your heart, those crore rupees are not going to create a happy reality. And I'm not trying to say that, um, money cannot change your life. I'm not one of those people. Please, through money, you can go and buy books. Through money, you can buy things that really make you happy, give you more wisdom. You can, get yourself into courses. So I'm not one of those who's going to say that. But what I'm trying to say is your emotions really matter. So here are your very, very simple, steps that I'm going to talk about. Every morning, list at least 3 things, at least. Okay. I practice 10 things you appreciate right now. Now, don't start thinking about, let's start talking about from my grandparents. Don't do that. You have to feel that emotion then in the present. I am very grateful for the paratha that my cook made for me today. It seemed very nourishing. Or I'm very grateful that, today, whatever, the vegetable that I ordered from Blinkit came on the right time so that I could cook it and go. Or today, I'm very thankful that, my auto driver or my taxi driver whoever or my driver took me to the examination center on the right time because I had the time to breathe well and give a good exam. So there are multiple reasons you can be thankful for. You can be thankful for, like, let's imagine if you're watching this in the summer season. So you can be thankful for the AC. How about going out and studying there? You can't do that. In the winters, you can be thankful for the jacket that you're wearing. It's giving you so much warmth. But do we have time enough for all these things? So that is what I'm, talking about. I'm going to talk about those 7 days of free reality shifting gratitude series that I'm going to bring about very soon. So please stay till the end. You can list 3 things, okay? And so every evening, reflect on one thing that you created or something that brought you joy and say thank you out loud or in writing. So throughout the whole day, towards the evening when you're going to have dinner, or maybe even after having dinner, you can think about the whole day and think that one good thing, maybe more good things, but at least one should be there that you're very, very grateful for. One thing that went right for you. When you shift your focus from what's missing to what's present, your inner observation obviously changes. That changes your energetic field, and then your outer reality begins to align differently. Okay. So, coming to the final thing that I really wanted to talk about for so long, because when I say gratitude, yes, everyone, I have seen many people. I'm starting magic by Rhonda Byrne, and I'm going to do it for 28 days, and still reality doesn't shift. So this is what I offer you today from day after tomorrow. That is, Tuesday. Okay, that is 28th of October. I'm starting a 7-day series of gratitude. Do connect with me and do get an idea of how to write gratitude. What all is possible with gratitude. Okay, so a 7-day series of manifesting a new reality, quantum shifting into a new reality by first changing your inner reality. So I will hope to see you there in those videos as well, because those videos are really, really going to help you kind of purge all those emotions that were based on false ideas. False ideas, yes. I've seen women being like really slim, very good looking, but because people around them said, you've gained weight, or, you need straightened hair, or you need this, or you need that, they got themselves into believing that they were ugly. And I've seen people earning so much of money and still having problems like, oh my God, I don't have enough. So we will go through all these things and the definite techniques of how to fish through, what can really, really change your life. And these 7 days are going to be those 7 days of your life, which will really shift your inner reality, and you will start observing the shift in your outer reality as well. So tune in with me for that. Okay. And, so you're most invited, most welcome and most, cordially invited. If you found this video valuable, please hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with others who need it, because I truly believe that, this concept can ripple out and change many lives. So please help the human consciousness shift into a positive reality. Okay. So to recap, I'll say quantum physics tells us that observation influences outcome. Your inner world is the base of your outer world. By shifting how you observe, through gratitude, you shift your reality. Your life right now is not fixed, it's malleable, I would say. You have more power than you realize. Most of us think we are, disempowered. We cannot do much, and life is happening as it is. When you focus on what you appreciate, you become the observer of a different possibility. Okay, you start collapsing, a new wave. Now imagine 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, and now what could shift if you keep this up? Let's step into the reality together and remember, gratitude is not just feeling, it's a vibration, a doorway, a quantum key. Thank you so much for watching the video. I'd love to hear your comments. I would also love to hear it from you. So get your energetic vibration set out right. I want you to comment in the comment section if you're going to attend. So just write attend in the comment section if you are attending the series of the 7-day series of gratitude. Manifest your reality, manifest or quantum shift your reality as you would want. And I'll see you very soon. So subscribe, like, share, and do hit the bell icon so that you can always get the notification when I produce the next video. Thank you so much. Namaste, and see you very soon. Bye.